I used to think if I couldn't find hope, I should just let it all go. I used to think if I couldn't make dreams come true, I should just let them all go. When life seems impossible, look from a new angle. Change just one little thing. When life feels intolerable, find your true source of love. Concentrate, focus on love. Center now, focus on love. Dedicate, focus on love.
Awesome. Welcome
Focus
everyone
on,
to
focus
the
on
Spearitual here at the Soul Station. I am your Pat, teacher, advisor, and coach. Welcome. We're going to go ahead and dive into the lesson for mid-month of August. We're picking up off of session 1, lesson 1. So this is considered session 1, lesson 2. And we're still discovering love. We're still on that subject matter of love. So what we're going to start with going forward is Matthew 22, okay? And we're going to be reading verses 37 through 39, okay? And that's the first book of the New Testament, okay? Matthew 22. And we're going to start with verses 37, and we're going to end at 39, okay? And it says, "But last of all, he sent unto them his son, saying, They will reverence my son. But when the husbandmen saw the son, they said among themselves, This is the heir. Come, let us I'm sorry, am I reading the right one? Matthew 22. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong chapter. Okay, Matthew 22, 37. Jesus said unto them, Thou shalt love thy Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all of the law and the prophets." So I went on over to 40, didn't mean to do that. But again, let's go back for a minute. "Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind." This is the first and great commandment. The second is similar to it, to love your neighbor as yourself. Now, I posed a question a few weeks ago about how to love your neighbor, and if the balance was appropriate, if you have a nasty neighbor, if that's how they know love, should you show love the same way they give it, or do you do the opposite and you exercise the things that we discussed last week, which we'll get back to in just a moment. Now, when it came to love, it talked about the law. So we know, some of us know, that the law in terms of the Bible, because we're starting with this book. I prefer this book because this is a global book, okay? And everyone around the world is affected by the Bible. It's not the oldest book, but I will say it's one of the greatest books ever written. So we're going to go to Exodus 20th, okay? That's the second book of the Old Testament, okay? Exodus 20. Just put my glasses on. Okay. And we're going to start with verses 3. And verse 3 says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." Okay. 4 says, "Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth." Okay. 7 says, "Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy." Okay. Go down to 12. "Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's." Okay. You can reread this on your own time, but we just want to kind of dabble into the elements of what we refer to as love, okay? So let's flip back, because these are the commandments, okay? And these commandments represent acts. If you love God, this is what you do. When you love your parents, this is what you do. When you love your neighbor, this is what you do. This is how you act, and this is how you should think. So let's go back to 1 Corinthians 13. That's the New Testament, all the way towards the back. There's 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians. Okay, so 1 Corinthians 13. Okay. And this title, Love is the Greatest Gift. Again, though I speak with the tongue of men and of angels and have not charity. So we're going to substitute charity, the word charity, with love. And have not love, I am become as a sounding brass or tinkling cymbal. So to me, you just noisy. You just saying shit. You just saying stuff. Okay? And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all this faith so that I can remove mountains and have not love, I am nothing. How can that be? How can it be when I'm doing all of these things, but if I don't have love, you're nothing? Okay? That's why I am urging people to dabble deep into the meaning of love, because I don't believe you can live anything you can't define. Okay, so let's take it to the board. Wonderful. So hopefully you all can see the board clear enough, where we discussed love in session 1, lesson 1, and we gave it titles. Okay, so we gave Gil, God is love, and we discussed the first and only scripture in the Bible that discusses or describes God's love is that he gave his only begotten son. There's nothing else in there that talks about God loving mankind or humanity other than he gave his only begotten son. All the other scriptures I have researched and learned through life has always been our love towards him and our love towards each other. Okay? I haven't even really discussed scriptures that talk about loving yourself. Okay? Now, when we talk about the love of us, we titled it Lou, right? Lou. And in 1 Corinthians 13, it talked about all of these different stuff. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, that's a sacrifice. But I don't have love, it profits me nothing. What's the gain if you're doing all of this and you don't have love? But what is love? I mean, really, what is love? And then it says, love suffereth long and is kind. Love envieth not. Love vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up. It don't give itself a whole lot of self-importance. That's what vaunteth is really discussing. But it starts to detail what it's not. Okay, so we talked about the ingredients of love: kindness, giving, caring. And then we got to a little rough spot where it talks about it envieth not. We called it jealousy, okay? And it just so happened Lou is involved in jealousy, the love of us, okay? I got a little surprise for you in the end, okay? So it's not puffed up. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you have people that become, they say they love you, but they become a little condescending, like, okay, maybe they bailed you out of a situation and they're helping you, you know what I'm saying? And although it's an act, it looked like love, but condescending attitude, puffed up attitudes don't feel like love. And that's what we discussed last week. What is the difference between your feelings and how you think? What is love? How you feel and how you think are two totally different things. It says, it does not behave itself unseemly, seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil. Rejoices not in iniquity, but rejoices in the truth. You know, that kind of sounds like a friend. You know how to say, when your friends really love you, they really honest with you. They're not going to tell you what you want to hear, right? They're going to give you the truth, what you need to hear. Why would they do that? Because they love you. Well, what do you mean that you love me? Okay? So charity or love never faileth, but whether there be prophecies, they will fail. Whether there be knowledge, it will vanish away. So we know that it's a season for everything. Everything will pass, but it's something about love that will not perish. Okay? It talks about we know in part, we prophesied in part, but when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away with. So, you know, when perfection comes, because the next verse gets really interesting, okay? It starts to talk about maturity. When your mind is different, when your mind is growing up, okay? You begin to take a different approach to life and humanity than you did when you were immature. Okay, so I want to share this one scripture with you regarding love, and it's coming out of John 15. Okay, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Okay, John 15. I want you to hear this one thing before we actually sum this up. And it's verse 13. Now this is Jesus speaking. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. So to Jesus, Yeshua, whatever you prefer to him as, Rabbi, for him, he said the greatest love of all is when people lay down their life for their friends. Now what does that mean, laying down your life for your friends? Because to me that is definitely an act of love. When you're showing kindness, that's an act of love. But let me tell you, people can be kind to you and be thinking about how to get rid of you at the same time. Okay? So that can't be love. Okay? Somebody can give you a gift, right? But behind that gift, there's a motive. So kindness and forgiveness can't be love, right? Somebody can be caring, okay? You sick in the hospital or you bed rest and they giving you soup. They caring for you, but it's arsenic in the soup. It's an act, but is it love? And we don't even have to talk about jealousy. That's a whole other subject, okay? Then Jesus said the greatest love is when somebody lay down their life for you, okay? And in my aspect, Jesus was willing to lay down his life for his friends, not for everybody. God gave him to the world. And when I say lay down your life for a friend, that don't necessarily mean at gunpoint. I've heard stories where people went and took charges for friends. They went to jail for them. That's laying down your life for a friend. Okay? I've heard people who, you know, out of reflex just jumped in the middle of a shooting for a sibling. You know, just not acting, just because of whatever that is, that connection. They lay down their life for their friends. So my question to you again for session 1, lesson 2, what is love? Define it for yourself. Because even in Exodus 20th, where it gives the law, which is telling you how to think. Then you have 1 Corinthians that's giving you all these acts. It still did not tell you exactly what it is, which I can appreciate. Because at least at that point, you are defining it for yourself. And guess what's next? You're going to measure yourself first. And I'm going to leave it on that note until next week. Thank you so much for tuning into the Soul Station here with the Spearitual Bee. I can't wait to bring you another one. Till then, one love, happiness, and peace. Take care. Hey, what's going on, talented ones and cup bearers? Welcome to the Soul Station here with the Spearitual Bee. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a chance to check out session 1, lesson 2 on the subject of love. That is a very relevant subject. You know what I'm saying? And I felt that it was one of the best subjects to start off with. You know what I'm saying? Because love covers everything we got going on in life. So why not deal with it first? You know what I'm saying? We're going to be really dealing with issues here at the Soul Station because I am sowing seeds of love. And this is how I show my love, by raising consciousness. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we'll have a better world when we know how to love each other. But first, we got to find out what it is. So hopefully you had a chance to check it out. Hopefully you've already supported the station by thumbsing it up. Maybe you'll consider a love donation. And we're going to go ahead and see what's going on for mid-August. Until the next one. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. Just quit. Otherwise, if it fit, all right. Let's see. The central issue for you this month is the Queen of Pentacles. All right. So Nyla is in the Pentacles. Let's see what's underlying in Nyla. It's the Nine of Pentacles. So this is very personal. Okay. Whatever it is that you're trying to help yourself. You're trying to find help for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because the Nine of Pentacles is all about you, your well-being, building your personal wealth, being the best you can be, preparing for the next, like your next idealized life. Okay? Thank you, Nancy. The next ideal life. Some of you, this could be about solitude. Maybe you are divorcing. Maybe this is about singlehood as well. And maybe you're making plans for that. You know. This could be dealing with, like an apartment or a single space. You know, bachelor, bachelorette. Maybe the masculine is thinking about a bachelorette. It's definitely about how much something will cost to help. Okay. How much it will cost to manage. This could be dealing with your bills. But this feels new. But this is living alone. How much will it cost to manage? Kind of tight-lipped about it. Some of you may be kind of in the pink right now. You ain't bad, but you ain't good either. You know what I'm saying? Like, you making it, but there's still some debt here. You know, it ain't got too bad yet. And I'm seeing that you're thinking of things that you would love to do to make money and to and building your portfolio, building your status. It's got a lot to do with status. Overall, you have the Page of Cups this rest of the month, based on the Emperor. It's coming out of the King of Cups energy. And you have an outcome of the Eight of Wands. Underlining all of that is the Six of Cups, okay? This can be, family, children, sweet return, a sweet place. Maybe some of you where your kids can come and visit. Because we're dealing with a single person. Maybe you're a single mom. Okay? some of you, this may be dealing with government housing. So you may be applying for government housing. Maybe you've been approved for government housing. Maybe this is your past history, like you've been in government housing before. But I see somebody coming from singlehood to considering marriage. Like this could be a proposal. Because this person is ready for a family. They feel like they are old enough, experienced enough. You know, they're ready to be the king of the castle. For some of you, this is dealing with somebody is considering taking on children, like in a what you call a foster mom, or maybe taking in. Maybe these are your grandchildren. For somebody else, I feel like this could be somebody wants you to come and stay with them. Because you're a good provider. The King of Cups to me is a good provider. The King of Cups to me is family oriented. This deals with food and work. This is a husband. So you may be considering this. I don't know if this is baby daddy, you know. For some of y'all, kids are involved in this. Or it's some kind of creation. But this is a husband. This is daddy. So I see some of you having this conversation, you know, sweet, lovely, open conversation. It may turn out really, really lucky for you. You know, it turns out really positive, you know, because somebody wants to establish something long term. I don't know if you want to build something long term. I'm also seeing where this month you kind of seeing where you kind of want to how do I want to say this? It's kind of like you want to cut some things off at the head or at the neck. Like you want to, before you're not touching some of you, you're in the pink. Before you go over, you kind of trying to put a ring, a chokehold onto some things. Like you're trying to. I heard that this person, whoever Queen of Pentacles, whoever it is, she got something. She thinking of something because this King of Cups states she got something because this King of Cups, he's overdoing something. And it's like you got a plan for him or they got a plan for you. Because you be doing too much. Somebody be doing too much. That's probably why they in the pink. You know, because sometimes the King of Cups can have a like to drink. You know, he could be a functional addict, literally. He could be doing heroin and still pay the bills and come home to his kids and family, but because he's functional. And the Emperor to me represents stability. You know, long-term stability. Let's find out the reason for this King of Cups and the Emperor for this mid-month report. What is going on? I'm hearing and seeing green. Something's fertile. Something's grown. He feels like you're trying to turn a mountain into a molehill. Maybe you're smoking too much green or something. I don't know. But you or them definitely got a plan. Got something in mind. I don't know if this got something to do with public housing. I don't know if this got something to do with establishing some type of order. Because this is being in charge. And this definitely could be the bills. Because this is the provider. The Emperor sending the bills. I don't know. What's the reason for the King of Cups and the Emperor? Two masculine energies here. Nine of Cups and the Eight of Wands. And then your outcome is the Eight of Wands. We have the Vanessa card about the artist here. This is somebody who's very, very much focused and puts a lot of passion and love into whatever they do, into their art, their work, whatever it is. They don't take anything for granted. Everything matters. Everything is done with love. It's really like a Empress energy, but it's in the Nine of Pentacles. This is a single person. This is the Nine of Pentacles under here. This is somebody who appreciates what they have. They see the beauty in things. They love to make things. Whoever they serve, whomever they encounter, everything is to perfection. It's lovely. It's good. It's done right. Nothing is left undone. Underlining energy. So the reason for this King of Cups and this Emperor is they've heard a whole lot of good things about something. And the Eight of Wands is about backyard solutions. They heard a whole lot of good places where you can go. Okay, because this is going to solve it, where you can go. Like this could be government housing or something governmental, your local state government. I don't know, it could be federal, I don't know. But you're having a conversation about it this month. Now, this could be, you may be at a restaurant, or like I said, you may be speaking to the man, the husband like man, or daddy. This is daddy. This could be the kid's father. I heard a whole lot of good places about where you want to go. A lot of good responses and feedback. You know, like reviews. Some of you, this is about a fish fry. I don't know if you're raising money. And everybody know where it's going to be at. It's got a lot to do with talent, though. Letting everybody know where you can get or see this person. And the outcome is you responses, replies, or correspondences. It's like you're going to get a lot of responses for something. I don't know if you're going to be putting this online, if you're putting up flyers, are you sending texts? Because this is an establishment or this is a person. And I'm getting star ratings. It's got something to do with some ratings, some of you this month. That's important. Because you want them to keep coming back nonetheless. You want them to be happy nonetheless. There's a lot of different things going here. Singlehood. Going from singlehood to marriage, marriage to singlehood here, taking in kids here, having a conversation about public housing, establish something long term. This could be a business, something you could do over and over again to keep people coming back. Because whoever this is, I don't know if this is you or outside of you, they really good at what they do. They really pay attention to what they do. They put a lot of love into what they do. They're sincere. This is sincere and genuine energy. This person is sincere and genuine, whoever it is, you or someone else. And whatever you putting together, or whoever's Queen of Pentacles is, Queen Twilight Pentacles, whatever she's putting together, she gets in her head, she feels that you will be very enthusiastic about it. But I feel like it's got a lot to do with a business goal or a relationship. But for some of you, this is definitely shopping and you going several different places to shop. Because for some of you, this is definitely about school. You having a conversation with the dad about what these kids need. I see it's a lot of change in the outcome too. It's a lot of change in the outcome based on this establishment or based on this boss, this person. I don't know if this is like a state or government order. Whoever this is, this cahoot this advertisement is about, letting everybody know about where to go. It has a lot to do with this person's it's like he or she got a lot under their belt. They may even be teaching from their experience. A very artful person, very creative. Be you and someone else. And some of you, this may be you establishing something because of this father figure here. And then you could put all of your ideas together now because you are establishing some type of stability. Maybe this is why you're letting him come home. Because somebody was by themselves for a while. I don't know if it was the daddy or you, or both of you know, separate. Because I talked about singlehood and being separate, being on your own, establishing yourself. And then you figured, you know, considering this papa or daddy, I feel like somebody wants him to return. You can get more done. You can get where you're going. You feel like you have every solution you need going forward right now. But there's a lot of changes here. These changes make new. These changes make new. Okay, so it may be a little difficult, a little challenging, a little trying, but it makes new. And possibly this is the outcome. Like this is it's going to establish something long term from now on. You know, you'll have this security, this stability. Things will be put in order. This is a construct. How you want it to be. How you want it to be is going on this mid-month. We're going to sum it up with a picture card. I've been using the sight word cards, but I'm going to use the picture card this time. See what's going on. Okay, sum it up. What's going on? Yeah, you may be getting a telephone call or having a pep talk or a message, but it's a sweet, understanding message that I feel like it's going to bring a bit of luck. It's going to help you figure out what you need to do because you are in your head. Somebody is. Got an idea. Some of you is dealing with food, is dealing with the father. It may be the father and the food. We put this together. We got to go do this, make this change, establish something for ourselves. It's coming back home. Somebody's coming back home. The dish, okay? The dish. So maybe you may be talking about the satellite bill. N may be of significance. That's a capital N, may be of significance for you for the rest of the month of August. Let's go ahead and get your Spirit Vibe Oracle so we can finish up this forecast because this is a trip. Definitely got a plan in your mind, some idea in your head. But I feel like it's got a, you whatever this is, I feel like bringing daddy home, papa home, building this business. I don't know if you're having fish fries. I keep getting a fish fry to this, whatever it is. Having that talk about habits, put a chokehold on certain things. It's bringing change. It's going to help you establish, you know, for some of you, it's going to help get you out of debt, you know, get you out of the pink, back into the black, maybe. And some of you will perceive all the things that need to be changed. You will perceive the solutions to this. some of you, this has something to do with housing on some end or another, about a move. Ooh. Oh, sorry about that. It's been taking these cards a long time. There you go. Oh, you got two. You got season greetings and you got shenanigans in reverse. Okay, so there's the hello here with the Page of Cups. Okay, and I need to talk to you. See, nice calm conversation here, but it went in reverse. So they not with the foolishness. Did I tell you this King of Cups? He's a hard worker. He may bring home the bacon, but there's something going on with them. I don't know if they have an addiction. You know, if it's another person involved. But this feminine, you, whoever you are, feminine, whoever it is, you're not with the bullshit. You're not playing games. You're not with the foolishness. Whatever it is, and we're gonna close it out here until the next one. Thank you so much for tuning into the Soul Station with the Spearitual Bee. I don't know. Hope you enjoyed your reading, and I'll be tuning into you at the beginning of September. All right, hotel and one love.
I should just let it all go.